I worked several jobs, and I decided it was time for a change, and found this college and found Coach Otis.
The first phone call between Claire Boseman and Columbia College head coach Maria Otis wasn't the typical recruiting phone call.
At the end of the conversation, she said, "Coach, it might also be helpful to let you know I'm a little bit older." And I said, "Okay, well, how much older?" And we've had athletes come before, mid-20s. She said, "Well, I'm 39 years old." And then that's when you say, okay, this is a unique one.
A married mother of two, Claire played basketball for 1 year at a community college in Florida. After withdrawing so her husband could finish school, she decided to put basketball aside until now.
It was a shot in the dark, and it happened very quickly. I called, I think, on a Monday, and she's like, "Can you come try out Friday?" So I haven't played since 1992, so to come, 4 days, I have 4 days to prepare for this.
After a tryout with just the coaches, Claire was brought back to work out with the team.
I mean, she was just like one of us. You know, she participated. She was just as fast as us. You know, she might have been a little slow, but you know, she got there.
Honestly, Claire is as fast as anybody on our team. So once you start getting beat regularly in sprints by an older teammate, you learn pretty quick that, yeah, they're just like us.
I was skeptical, and I think they were a little bit too, but once they saw how I fit in and the type of person that I am, I mean, nobody really notices.
Since gaining the acceptance of her teammates, Claire's experience is like having another coach on the floor.
She's the wisdom and experience of a coach coming from the voice of a player. And players respect coaches, but players listen to their teammates.
Claire's leadership and work ethic aren't the only things to have allowed her and the other girls to gel. According to the team, Claire is quite the prankster.
At a hotel one night, I called her room at 12:30 at night and disguised my voice and told her there was something wrong with the bill, that she had to come to the front desk.
I'll be right down to the front office, hung up the phone, and I immediately called Claire on my cell phone. So this was a double prank, because I called Claire and I said, "Claire, that's really funny. You didn't get me." And then she proceeded to fool me that she had actually been asleep. And that was my mistake, because I believed the second lie. So I knew it was Claire, but she still got me.
All jokes aside, the entire experience has been worthwhile in her first season of college ball since 1992. The reality of finishing her dream some 20-odd years ago is something she will always cherish.
I think just being able to play again, being able to finally live my dream that I've wanted to live, but that I gave up, and just falling in love with the game of basketball even more. I mean, and my team and my coaches have helped me with that. It's just awesome. There's no words to describe it. It's a blessing in the sky.
In Columbia, James Starks, News 19, WLTX. Since Frank Martin has come to South Carolina, a lot of fans were excited about what he would do with this program. The program last year only winning 2 conference games, has already won 3 this season. But the biggest complaint fans have had is the language and behavior of Frank Martin on the bench. Now, you complain that he's maybe too loud, too abrasive, maybe uses too much foul language. However, the players have responded to the way Frank Martin coaches them. Now, maybe you can't handle the way a coach will come at a player. That's why you're not on the team. That's why these young men are on the team. I once had a coach in college who was the exact same way as Frank Martin, and if I didn't have him, there's no way I would have had the opportunity to play professional football. Coaches like that aren't meant to be your friend. They're not meant to be your parent. They're meant to be your coach and your motivator, and that's exactly what Frank Martin has done with these guys here. They've been in a handful of games that they should have won, but the only reason they were in those games to begin with, because talent aside, Frank Martin has gotten these guys to believe that they can play and contend with each and every team in the SEC. Complain about the record if you want to, but don't complain about the fact that Frank Martin has these guys ready to play each and every week.
Let's go! It's a big world, and now we're loving this town. It's our turn, so put your hands up. Don't be scared, take a chance. Come on, give me your hand. It's time to laugh, time to smile. Now let's get up and dance. Come on, everybody, let's live it up. Let it out if you can't get enough. This right here gon' make you jump, jump, jump. This is hope.